Okay, here's the good photo. As you can see, her face. This is the good one. So all I would do is, for this specific one, I would use the select tool with a lasso. That way I could just manually go around her head. And I'm gonna give it space around her head. That way I'll have, I'll be able to mask off the edges, because sometimes the edges are harsh and you don't want to be able to see those edges. So that's why I did it around her face, a good bit around it. That way I could use that extra. Okay, so all I did was circle around her head, and then I hit Control-C on my keyboard, which is to copy. I then go to the photo you need to put her face on, zoom in. Now the other head is probably going to populate larger because it's the way the photo is, so let's do copy paste. Nope, it did the same actually. Alright, so as you can see, the angles are almost identical. There's a neckline you can judge it by, and you can actually tilt her head right back where it should be. So the first thing I would do is put this top layer, because you know there's another layer up here now that you did a paste onto this worksheet. So I would do the opacity at the top layer. I don't know, around, let's see. All right, so now you can see every detail, and you can actually line it up. So I'm looking at her neckline specifically, and then now I'm looking at her eyes and her mouth. I mean, it looks actually identical. I didn't even have to angle it differently or anything. So now I'll go back to this top layer, change it back to 100%. Okay, so all I would do now is go to the paintbrush, and then you go back to this new layer, because this is your new head layer, and you want to put a mask over it. Which one is it? Add a layer mask right there. So when you click that, you'll get a new layer mask added to your new head up here. So this allows you to brush off the edges. That's why I clicked on the paintbrush already. And then it's automatically selected for me, but if it's not for you, just make sure black is at the top, because black is remove. And you can't really see the edges just looking at it like this, but if you were to zoom in, you would see the edges. There's a hard line right here. So all I do is make sure the paintbrush is small, and then I'm just gonna go around these outer edges and make sure there's nothing, no hard lines showing. And that's it basically. You have to flatten all your images when you're done. So I am gonna go ahead and go all the way around her shirt here. It changed the line of her shirt a little bit, but not enough to matter. And then I've just finished going around the entire head right there. So there are no hard edges at all there. The angle's fine. The size was fine. If you want to see a before and after, before you flatten the image, just go over here and select the eye. So where you can't see that layer, click off, on, off, on. And as long as you don't see any major differences and everything looks good, you'll want to make sure the layer is selected on. Go up here to the top where it says layer, flatten image, and that's it. Go hit save. I personally, if I were you, I would go ahead and do it yourself just so you could get used to it. And the quality of the images might be a little better for you. I mean, it looks great here. I can see all the detail, but I'm not sure, you know, what you see on your side. So anyways, good morning. And if you need anything else, just let me know.